Hey guys, it's Jason. Cleaning a fish today. Not your traditional fish. More stuff from my granddad's place. Another inheritance. A family heirloom. Worth nothing to most folks. Heck, I'm not even sure that my wife's exactly happy that I inherited this, but this is a largemouth bass that my grandfather caught probably when I was, I don't know, I can't even remember how old I was when this story in life happened. It was definitely before I was 20. My dad actually paid to have it mounted, and it's obvious that the poor thing's hit the floor. It's got fleeks and cracks and whatnot here and yonder. I'll hold it up here in a minute. Just trying to get some dust off of it. It's going in the den. Funny story behind this old bass. This was the first. My grandfather, PawPaws, was he loved bass fishing. He just loved it. Again, I say he wasn't a rich man, but he managed himself a bass boat payment the majority of his life. Even though he lived in a small place with no acreage whatsoever, rented most of his life. I was already born before he ever bought the house that my mother just had to sell. It was the only house he ever owned. But the best I can tell, most of my life, he had a boat. Now, like I said, I guess I take that back. You know, most of my life he didn't have nothing much but aluminum flat bottom boats. But there, as I got older, he splurged into and got some really nice fiberglass. He had one that was the Black Widow. That thing was sparkly, black. It had a couple of headlights on the front of it, docking lights. That was car lights right up underneath the bow of it. Trolling motor, red stripes. I mean, that thing was glittery. That was a pretty boat. But anyway, we grew up on the water. My dad was more into crappie fishing to eat, whereas Papa was a lot about catching the big bass. And this fish here, it's an actual mount. It's not a reproduction. It's the real thing. And I like I said, I was in my early to mid teens. I wasn't even late teens when this thing got caught. He was on the boat with my Uncle Wade. Uncle Wade was a preacher, and my papa was not. He was a mess. He was a religious man, but sometimes his language you wouldn't believe it. But anyway, he caught this thing. And the way the story goes, I was not there for this, but the way the story goes, you know, is he's on the boat with Uncle Wade, and instead of saying get the GD dip net, it was get the dang dip net. Is what come out of his mouth when he got this thing up close to the boat, and that was a many times. That story was repeated many times throughout my childhood and getting older, being a young adult, and any new member of the family that come along, grandkids and grandkids, boyfriends and girlfriends and whatnot, all got treated to the get the dad dang dip net story. But anyway, he had another one that was a really big bass, but I believe this one is actually the biggest, and it has wound up being going to be the one that hangs in my den, which is cool with me. I'm good with it. It's got a good home. My den's not really. It's more hunting rifle oriented, but I do have a nice fishing rod of his, an old antique one, and I've got a fly rod and reel that was his, that he gave me years ago as a starter for me to fish with, and I've kept it. I never really got good at fly fishing. He enjoyed fly fishing as well, but anyway, I thought I'd share that little story with you as I sat in here and scrubbed on the old. I don't know what to call him. I was thinking about calling him Billy Bass, but you know, everybody's got a Billy Bass, you know, that sings "Take me to the river, drop me in the water," and this one don't sing. So I don't know. I need to come up with a name for him. But he's going in my den, and anyway. One more good look at him. Maybe I won't drop him. He's chipped up here. Got a nice crack across here. He's pulling back. Talked to a friend about repainting him and getting him cleaned up a little bit, but they want $100 for that, and deep down, really, do I want it repainted? It's almost like the old Jeep here, you know. I've done a lot of work getting this old Jeep running again. Brakes good, and the transmission's good, the motor's good, and the canvas is new. The paint looks like crap, but my dad's the one that painted it. Do I really want to get it painted? And you know, I don't think so. I think these rings on the fenders where Dad set a glass of sweet tea and such as that. I just think not. I don't know. Maybe I'll get another Jeep one day and really do a nice job restoring it and all. But and maybe one day I'll get old. What are we going to name him? What are we going to name him? Billy Bass is just too. It's just too used. I don't know. Oh, anyway, got some cool old antique lures out of the deal too. I'm gonna hang those on the wall around it, and picked up some old wooden fish hook. You know, you definitely don't buy fish hooks in wooden containers anymore, or glass. So those are gonna. I'm gonna probably build a little shelf for some of this this little memorabilia, just to make it sort of a cute little. Oh, nice! Thought that little spot wasn't gonna come off. It just came right off. Awesome. But anyway, guys, just checking in with y'all. It's been crazy since I've been back to work. I can't remember if I've told y'all in a video or not. I was on medical leave for a while and able to put up 2 or 3 videos a week, and now I'm back to work, working 10 hours a day and driving 3 hours, hour and a half one way and an hour and a half back to get there. So the videos are going to slow down. Still got the honey drawing going on. I'll put up a specific video on that one. Got some really great VRs now. I'm going to tell you, lots of funny stuff going on with the VRs. But only 6. But they're on the playlist on the channel. And let's see, what else? What else is going on? Beehive stuff. Got beehive stuff that I hadn't edited yet. And ain't sure which will come first, this or the other. But anyway, just standing out here, it's thundering and lightning. Haven't been able to do nothing with the garden so far this year. Weather just hadn't permitted in time. So anyway, but heck, I've rambled on way too much. Give me a name for the old bass. What are we gonna call him? He's going in the den. I don't know. PawPaws Bass. Anyway, y'all take it easy. Take care. Jason, out.